You're here because you're interested in learning about some ways that you can save yourself some money. Welcome to my channel. My name is Celeste. I used to make videos on YouTube a few years back, and my channel was all about beauty and makeup and skincare. I took a little break and now I'm back and I'm on more of an intentional living journey. So if you yourself are on an intentional living journey, I hope that the content I create here on this channel can serve you a purpose and we can kind of grow together on this journey. Today's video is all about the 10 things that I don't spend money on anymore. Number one is new makeup. I used to be the biggest makeup junkie, makeup lover, and that's just kind of funny to say out loud because I started my channel here on YouTube like 2 years ago to share my passion of makeup and beauty with you guys here on YouTube. And I used to work at Sephora and I was makeup obsessed. You ask my friends, my family, I was that girl that would spend all her money on makeup. And looking back on it, I don't regret it because it did teach me and wake me up to the fact that, like, you're spending way too much on makeup. And I recently moved out of my parents' house to my first apartment. I'm here with my boyfriend. And, when I was packing out my stuff, I was like, oh my God, I have hella stuff. Like, I had so much makeup. I had to dedicate like a whole day just to get rid of it, go through and see what I wanted to keep, and make bags for friends and family to give them some of the things because it was just too much. So yeah, I don't feel that necessary itch to go and buy the next new Anastasia palette or whatever, like new releases. It's just not in my priority list anymore. And yeah, so I just don't spend money on new makeup anymore. If I do, it'll be something that I know that's already in my routine that I love, like a brow pencil or a foundation or something. But I'm just not gonna go and spend careless money on makeup. So yeah, she has changed, you guys. She's evolved. She's moving on. Number two is veggie, chicken, beef stocks in general. I do not buy. As I mentioned, I just moved out and I'm living in a new apartment on my own for the first time. So I am now in a mindset where I'm being a lot more frugal and I'm looking for new ways to save money. I'm always on the hunt for new tips and tricks and hacks and things like that. And making your own veggie stock is so easy to do. Let me grab my bag from the freezer and show you. So here's my little scrap bag that I'm very proud of, and this is just all vegetable scraps, so like green onion, tomato, carrot, onion, you name it, it's all in here. And I'll keep this in my freezer and make vegetable stock out of it, and it's super easy to do. I do it in my Instant Pot. I can do a dedicated video actually if you guys want to see it, if you're interested. I don't know if that's something you would like, but let me know. It's kind of cool to see it happen. I just store it in these jars that I also repurpose from like pasta sauces or whatever. And yeah, it's the easiest way to save money because you're just gonna throw away your scraps anyway. So I do not spend money on stock because you just make it yourself. Now the third thing that I do not spend money on anymore might seem a little contradictory because I just showed it, but it is ZIPLOC and plastic bags. Disclaimer, that bag was when we first moved in when we desperately needed storage bags like ASAP. So we just got some ZIPLOC bags. But now that we are settled in and we've been here for a few months, I went ahead and bought some reusable bags from Amazon. And I bought gallon sizes and a variety of like smaller snack sizes and things like that. But these are great to store veggies, fruits, basically anything you would put in a plastic bag, you put it in there. And they're awesome because they're freezer safe. You can wash them out, dry them. If I were to spend money on just traditional ZIPLOC bags, I would spend about $40 to $41 a year. And the pack of Amazon ones that I bought cost me $30. And hopefully, those will last me indefinitely. I would highly recommend doing this if you aren't already. And also too, I've been trying to reduce my plastic usage, and this is a great way to do that as well if you're trying to reach those same type of goals. But yeah, I don't spend money on those ZIPLOC bags anymore. Number three, one of my favorites, is coffee. I love me some coffee, but I do not buy Starbucks, Phil's, Dunkin' Donuts, whatever, what have you. I don't buy that really anymore because it's so damn expensive. And I think we know that it's expensive. Like, your total is $4 and I'm just like, what? For coffee, I'm a pass. So yeah, I've just realized that I wasted a lot of money in the past on my Starbucks runs. Ooh, gotta wake up, get my iced coffee. Ooh, it's pumpkin spice season, let me go twice a day. No, 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 no. I have stopped all of those habits that I used to have before because for me, it just doesn't fit into my budget anymore. And I recently got an espresso machine now that I'm living on my own, so I just go ahead and do that, and I find that that is a better investment for me personally. It tastes a lot better. The worst feeling is when you go to Starbucks or whatever coffee shop, buy the coffee and it tastes like shit and you just wasted I don't know how much money on coffee. So yeah, make it at home, make it yourself. It's more of an experience, saves you money, and it might taste better too. So win, win, win. So the fifth thing that I do not spend money on anymore is beauty subscription boxes or subscription boxes in general. I used to be subscribed to BoxyCharm, which is a beauty subscription service. A lot of you might be familiar with it, but basically I would spend $21 a month and they would send me 4 to 5 full-size beauty products from makeup, skincare, hair care, deliver it to my door. And sometimes they would be great products. There would also be misses. And I just really found that at the end of the day, it was just accumulating. That was the downside for me. Plus I was spending $252 a year on these products that I probably only use a few times, that I'm not really ever going to use again. So it was just more of me being obsessed with beauty and just wanting to try more and more things. And I had to stop that accumulation cycle for myself because it really wasn't a good decision for me to be making financially, and it would just evolve to clutter. So for that reason of clutter and accumulation and just too much stuff, I do not subscribe to BoxyCharm anymore, and I don't have any active subscription boxes currently. Number 6 is eyebrow grooming. I can't remember the last time I went to professionally get my brows done. It's been a while because I just do it myself at home. I like to shave my face with facial razors. I find that that works better for me. These are the facial razors that I use. I got them from Target. They're $5.99, I believe, for a 3-pack, and this is great for me just to touch up my brows, mustache area, facial grooming in general. And if I were to spend money on someone to professionally groom my brows, I would spend about $180 a year. You know, with that comes a risk. Maybe your brow lady moves, or she didn't do your brows the way you liked it, or you try someone new and it's just not what you expected. There can be so much that goes wrong, or maybe that didn't go the way you had planned. So that's why I just eliminate the risk and I just do it myself. So I do not spend money on eyebrow grooming. Now, number 7 was my weak spot, and it might be a lot of your guys too, and that's totally fine because everyone's on their own journey. And for me, I don't spend money on random Amazon impulse purchases. I'm guilty of being that person. I got Prime. I'm on Amazon late night. I'm watching YouTube. People are telling me I need this. I'm like, say less, add to cart. It was bad. I calculated how much money I spent on just random Amazon purchases that, 1, were not necessary, 2, I only used maybe a few times and they just kind of accumulated to clutter. And I spent $213 last year just on things that didn't really serve a purpose. They were just instant gratification. And I have taught myself to really take a step back and think about the things that I'm bringing into the apartment, into my life. Ask myself, what's the purpose of this? Do I need it? And also give myself that time to let that instant gratification that I want to fulfill kind of pass by. And I think as a millennial, it is very challenging to do that because in this day and age, you know, people are trying to keep up a trend. There's just so much going on. Advertising, social media, it's all around you. So it's very challenging and it can be difficult to ignore those things. Like, I think the last thing I bought on Amazon was my dog's wipes just to clean them off, and then a picnic blanket for us because we don't have a picnic blanket and we want to start going out a little bit more often, just getting out of the apartment and spending time together with picnics. So like those things are intentional for me. Things that aren't intentional are like this random shirt that an influencer really liked and she recommended it. Boob tape. I bought boob tape on Amazon because back when I used to go out to the clubs and stuff, like I wanted something to hold my boobs up and I didn't even use it. Like I'd never used it. So just like things like that that are just, they're just stuff. So for that reason, I do not spend money on random Amazon things. Number 8 is I do not spend money on the newest and latest tech devices. The new iPhone comes out, the new Apple Watch, the Apple this, the whatever that. I'm not, and I've never been the person to like feel like I need to have the newest version of things. Ask my boyfriend. This new phone, this is the 11 Pro. I just got this for my birthday. I had my iPhone 8 for 2 years and it was working fine. So for me, I needed to work, I need to make calls. I like to take pictures. So going back to my iPhone 8, let me show you. Actually, I still have it. I ran that shit to the ground. Let me show you. As you can see, this phone has been through it. So there's cracks. You could see the interior of the phone itself. It's just a lot of stuff going on here. For me, if it still works and I can still use it, that's fine with me. So for that reason, I do not spend money on the new and latest tech. Number 9 is handbags. I have never been really into purses or handbags like that in general. I know a lot of people love themselves some bags, but for me, I really like to keep it simple. And when I had my iPhone 8, I just used this wallet case and it kept my phone, it kept my card, my ID, it had slots for money. So that's just kind of like all I needed, and I didn't need to carry around, you know, a lot of stuff with me anyway. Now I have just one bag that I use if I need to, and it's very small. I can hold my phone in there, maybe a lip gloss or something, extra cash, hand sanitizer, but that would be like about it. So yeah, handbags just don't really serve a purpose for me in my life, so I don't buy them anymore. Now the last and final thing that I don't spend money on, and actually never have, is scratchers. I've never bought them and I don't really know why, but I just don't find them to add any value to my life. I know that you can win money on them, obviously, but I never bought them and I'm fine with not buying them. I'm investing my money, saving my money. I don't know, that's just me. Those are the 10 things that I don't spend money on anymore. I really hope that this got you thinking about some of the shifts or changes that you maybe can make in your lifestyle to save yourself some money. And if you have any new, inventive, creative ways, resources that you save money at home, please drop them in the comments below because I am searching for ways, y'all. Like, I would love to know. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, if you want to see more intentional living content as a millennial, more frugal life hacks and tips, and I want to start cooking on here because I have been cooking a lot. So if you're enjoying this type of content, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!